Ripa, who is well known for her work on Live with Kelly and Mark and earlier morning talk show episodes, recently responded to two significant nominations. Recently, she was honored with her sixth Daytime Emmy. Additionally, she and Mark Consuelos were nominated for another Emmy. She was also named one of Time's 100 Most Influential People of 2024. She responded to the news with a proud smile from Mark Consuelos. Prior to the red carpet interviews, they had just returned from a brief trip to Africa. Liv Anderson Cooper gives Kelly Ripa a superb report in the past. Anderson Cooper presented the ABC program Live. He co-hosted with Mark Consuelos and occasionally stood in for Kelly. She believes he's great, and he seems to hold her in the highest respect. He penned an article about the well-known mother of three on TV. In the timepiece, he made some kind remarks about how influential she is. He stated in part about the presenter of Live with Kelly and Mark, even though Kelly is incredibly self-deprecating and would never acknowledge it. She is one of the best television broadcasters ever and is getting better. She launched a well-liked podcast, penned a best-selling memoir, and welcomed Mark Consuelos, her husband of almost 28 years, as a new co-host. Would viewers be interested in seeing a contented married couple who have brought up three truly decent children? Indeed, Kelly has never been better, and the ratings are rising. Mark Consuelos and Kelly respond to Emmys and Time influencer recognition interviews with the numerous media who showed that Mark Consuelos seemed to be quite proud of his wife. Kelly discussed their popularity with Access Hollywood, saying, these are very fractured times for people right now. People appear to be in a somewhat gloomy state, and I believe that what our show offers, and always has, is a little humor, a little escape from the news, and the stress of what's happening. Mark Consuelos expressed his pride in Kelly to the reporter. She is an icon, in my opinion, he continued. He continued by stating, "We couldn't be more proud of the family." Kelly Ripa was self-deprecating in their conversation with ET Online. She and Mark Consuelos received recognition for their Emmy nominations and for being listed among Time's most influential individuals. "I think Anderson Cooper is the best in the business," she said. She was obviously ecstatic that he had referred to her as one of the greatest broadcasters in television history. Jokes about influence at home are hosted live by Kelly and Mark. Additionally, Kelly Ripa made a joke about having much influence at home than she has on the Live with Kelly and Mark program. She therefore anticipated that they would present her with a badge or medal that she could show off. Mark, meantime, was unable to contain his smile as he continued to express his pride in her. Additionally, he claimed that the final year he spent working with her was the best year ever. How do you feel about Kelly Ripa receiving so much recognition? Do you like Mark Consuelos' pride in his wife? The bright lights of New York City had barely begun to reflect off the glossy studio floors of Live with Kelly and Mark when Kelly Ripa burst through the stage doors with the kind of excitement that only happens a few times in a television lifetime. That morning, she wasn't just walking into work, she was walking into history. The reason? Live with Kelly and Mark had just been nominated for 2 major television awards, and the energy was palpable. Even before the cameras rolled, the crew could sense that something was up. Kelly, usually composed and witty in the moments before showtime, was practically glowing. Mark Consuelos, ever the proud husband and co-host, teased her gently from across the set. "Should I be worried you're this happy before coffee?" he asked with a grin. Kelly's laughter filled the room, bright and contagious. "Mark, do you know what this means? 2 nominations. 2. I can finally retire in peace." The entire crew burst into applause. Stage manager Art Moore gave her a thumbs up from behind a monitor, while the producers tried to corral everyone back to focus before the live show began. But there was no containing Kelly Ripa's joy. It spilled over like champagne from an uncorked bottle. As the live theme music began, Kelly took her place at the table, her eyes wide with disbelief. her voice bubbling with excitement. "Good morning, everyone." She greeted the audience, who responded with their usual warm cheers. "So something a little crazy happened today. I woke up, grabbed my phone, and there was 2 nominations. Not 1, 2. The audience erupted again. Mark leaned in, doing his signature mock-serious tone. "And you didn't even tell me first." "I had to find out from Instagram, like a fan." Kelly grinned. "You were asleep. And this kind of news doesn't wait." I had to scream into the void for a minute. As the audience laughed, Kelly's hands moved as fast as her words. "I mean, who knew a little morning show where I talk about spilling coffee and Mark forgetting our anniversary could end up here?" The first nomination was for Outstanding Daytime Talk Series, an honor that solidified Live's enduring legacy in the daytime television world. The second was more personal: Outstanding Host for a Daytime Series, recognizing both Kelly and Mark for their effortless chemistry and natural charm as co-hosts. "It's surreal," Kelly admitted during the segment. "When you've been doing something for as long as I have, decades, really, you start to think, well, maybe the big moments have passed. But then something like this happens, and it reminds you, people are still watching, still connecting." Mark squeezed her hand under the table, a subtle gesture the camera almost missed. "You've earned every part of this, Kel. You make it look easy, but it's not." Kelly smiled, a rare quiet moment flickering through her expression. "That's the thing about this show. It's a family. You, me, the crew, our audience. We've all grown up together." As the morning continued, Liv transformed into a full-blown celebration. Balloons appeared courtesy of producer Michael Gelman, and a surprise video message from Ryan Seacrest played on the big screen. "Kelly, Mark, huge congratulations," Ryan said in the pre-recorded clip, his familiar smile lighting up the screen. "I always knew Live would keep soaring. Kelly, you've been a daytime icon for years, and Mark, you fit right in like you've been here from day one. Enjoy every second, you both deserve it." Kelly covered her mouth, genuinely touched. "Oh, Ryan, that's so sweet. I'm gonna cry on national television again." Mark chuckled. "You cry, and I'll take the credit." But beyond the jokes and the confetti, there was a deeper layer to Kelly's reaction. Later in the show, during the commercial break, she spoke candidly to the crew about what the recognition truly meant. "When you've been doing this as long as I have," she said softly, "you learn to appreciate every win, big or small. The world changes, TV changes, but what doesn't change is the connection, the laughter, the honesty. That's what I love most about this." Her words echoed a truth that longtime fans already knew. Kelly Ripa's magic wasn't just her humor or her impeccable timing. It was her authenticity. She didn't perform live, she lived it. When they came back from the break, Mark decided to flip the script. "I know you said you didn't want any surprises today," he began, "but too bad." The screen behind them flickered again, this time showing clips from Kelly's earliest days on the show, from her debut with Regis Philbin to her first solo episodes, and her playful banter with Ryan. The montage ended with the current era, her and Mark, side by side, laughing through chaos and charm. When the lights came back up, Kelly's eyes shimmered. "You sneaky little husband," she said, wiping away tears. "You're lucky I didn't see that coming, or I'd have ruined it with my mascara." The audience cheered, sensing they were witnessing something special, a rare moment of vulnerability from one of television's most enduring personalities. "Seriously though," Kelly continued, turning back to the camera, "thank you to everyone who's been with us on this wild ride. Whether you've been watching since Regis or just started tuning in this year, we wouldn't be here without you." As the segment drew to a close, Mark leaned back, smiling proudly. "So what's next, Mrs. Nominee?" Kelly laughed. "Well, first, I'm going to call my mom, because she'll be mad I didn't tell her yet. Then I'm going to eat a donut because I deserve it. And then," she paused dramatically, "I'm going to go shopping for a dress. Because if I'm getting nominated, I'm going to look fabulous doing it." The crowd erupted in applause once more as the camera zoomed out, capturing the couple sharing a playful hug. Later that day, behind the scenes, Kelly sat quietly for a moment before leaving the studio. The city hummed outside, but she stayed still, reflecting. She thought about her first audition for Live, about the nerves, the hope, the long road that followed. And now, decades later, she was still standing under those same bright studio lights, still connecting, still laughing, still growing. Her phone buzzed again. Another flood of congratulations from friends, family, and fans. She smiled and typed a quick message into her group chat with Mark and the producers. 2 nominations. 1 heart. Infinite gratitude. By the time Live with Kelly and Mark aired its next episode, the moment had already become part of the show's story. A celebration not just of awards, but of persistence, teamwork, and joy.